Hello Libra. This is Lilou Jane and I'm bringing you a video. It's a channel reading and we are in the month of February, so it's the first video for February. So we are using today, to start with, we're using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards, and that's the deck we're starting with. Just move them there. And I've already done some shuffling and now we'll just see what we get out. Oh, we already have a card. We have rejection. Rejection. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Okay, guilt. And growth. Okay, this is a guided reading that we are having, so it's always full of guided messages from the guides for Libra or anybody who is watching this reading. You may have Libra in your chart but you don't know, so if you're drawn to it, then that's okay. Renewal. Enlightenment, prayer. I'm getting the words I hope and prayer. Confusion and victim. Well, that's a very interesting spread. I started to do a Libra reading the other day and I had a different set of cards we were using, and something happened and it was interrupted and I didn't get to finish it, and I thought I'll start again, but we are starting with a different set of cards, and now we'll see what we get for you to make a story out of this that I can relate for you. It's not a story, it's talking about issues that are happening in some Librans' lives that they are dealing with and how they can learn and grow and get support in the process. Faith is coming. Oh, yes. Instinct is coming. Libra. So I'm getting drawn to the growth card, and already I'm looking to the doors in the growth card, and your growth is through a doorway of growing and upgrading, gratitude and bittersweet. All right, now they also want to go to the Hidden Worlds Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, and they want to go to there as well. We'll give it a little shuffle and we'll get some extension to these cards we've brought out, which is a part of somebody's life story, and then we're going to expand upon the ways in which we can look at that. I haven't used these cards for a very long time. Do you want to use those ones already? Okay, right. The liminal dance, delicacy, fragility, transience. They're beautiful cards. The healing temple, restoration, cure, safety. The gathering, community, kinship, compassion. Companionship, excuse me. Full moon temple, celebration, peak, transcendent moment. The secret, the unknown mysteries and wonders. And they're open like the lotus, flowering spirit, revelation and maturity. The crystal path, mineral spirits, crystal beings. Okay, what a beautiful reading this is going to be. All right, let's start. Rejection. Rejection is the key subject from which this growth moment that you're going through is going to happen. You will possibly have a bittersweet. Had you not been able to grow from it and look at it from a different aspect, it can be a bittersweet experience where you know it's okay, you know it's meant to be, but it still doesn't feel good. And rejection absolutely is a bittersweet experience. And sometimes you know that the rejection is for a good reason, and that person may not be meant to be on the same path as you, the same line as you. Underneath rejection is enlightenment. And underneath that is faith. So there's definitely this rejection has a purpose in your life, and that is for you to gain an enlightened perspective and to grow and expand, and for you to understand that you can have faith moving forward in the future. Because rejection from one point of view is embracing in another. Change isn't a loss, it's an opportunity for something new. And you have to have faith in the new that can come. And if you don't lose contact with one situation, how can you start a new one? Sometimes you need to be able to finish with something. Now, nature, the world, doesn't always get you out of a scenario and a situation in a way that feels fabulous every time, because it's not possible. But sometimes you need to change, you need to shift, you need to have a change of energy. You need to have a moment that wakes you up and shakes you up. And that can be in the form of a rejection, or what some people might class as a failure in different scenarios. I'm not saying this one. And it's about the energy that really gets your attention. It gets your attention so that you can pay attention and shift from whatever you've been focused upon in your life. And that's the enlightenment moment. Not stuck in looking at the other things and everyday things, the things you get fixated upon in life 3D processes, but being able to be shaken out of it and pay attention to something new. And that's the wake you up, shake you up to get you going. Now, there is guilt involved in this. And the guilt is involved with something to do with confusion. Now, I wonder if you are the person who's doing the rejecting. There is also a potential for some people that they're trying to do things because they feel guilty, and they are being rejected from those situations that they're coming to with guilt, instead of just because of other reasons that have no negative energy attached to them. There's a prayer involved and instinct. So there's a hope and a prayer. That's what I said before. A hope and a prayer. And there's instinct. The instinct is about finding your way through a situation and working your way through, looking in multiple directions from multiple aspects. And at that point in time when you're just using instinct, you're not using your higher awareness. You're not using a more, they're saying the word consensual agreement to follow the greater path. You're using the path that is a reactionary path. And guilt can take you on a reactionary path. That is your instinct. And that creates confusion. It feels confused because it's not coming from your consciousness and your heart. It's a instinctive reaction, fear-based. The fear of rejection is a part of this process that creates this instinct. So they would like to say that rejection can create a feeling of guilt in some way, and you can start to have overly intense emotional desire to change that rejection, to overwhelm that response, to turn it around, to make it different. And you might, from that low vibrational energy, instinctively start to act and think of ways. And I'm looking at this, the background picture of the wolf with the two heads. It's like, I'm going to find a way to make this change and turn back and overcome the rejection. And it isn't working. It's leading to emotional confusion, and it's making you feel, or a person who's doing this, feel like a victim. Now, you may feel like a victim because you didn't get things the way you wanted and you were rejected. But in reality, as I said, the rejection is the doorway. And when I look at this card, when I first saw it, the growth card, I'm paying attention to these hospital-like doors, like you might see in a hospital. And the change is an opportunity to heal and to grow. And so all these instinctual responses have come. The rejection, the feeling guilty, because in a way, even though you might be trying to not have that person reject you and you're trying to turn it back, you're trying to change it, and you're trying to find any way you can to make it change, it leads you to feeling down, confusion, and it leads you to feeling lonely. This person who's feeling confused and alone and lonely and rejected and hurt. It's a hurt from the rejection. And you feel like a victim. But this is really a freedom moment. It's a moment to be free of, first of all, these instinctive responses, which are downers, negative, not great. This sort of feels like a bad dream card in this reading. It's about low vibrational responses that are just down, down, down. And really, it's an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity to heal. You can recover and you can heal. And that's why this is reminding me of the hospital doors. It's time to wrap yourself up in a blanket and feel the love that you have. You're the one with the love. You don't need anyone else's love, really. It's nice, but you are the one who brings love so that others can give love. And now you need to know that so you can renew that inner light and love yourself, because loving yourself is the first key for someone else to be able to love you. And turn that confusion into gratitude. So from growth, the growth card, the turning point, the opportunity to go into your inner hospital inside you and heal yourself, make the adjustment and come out feeling a little bit newer, letting go, shake off, like a dog shakes off wet water from going in a pond. Shake it all off and let that experience go. Let go of the confusion, because that's just, you don't know. But that's not truth. Confusion isn't anything. It's just I'm not being true to myself, listening to my heart, not listening to my conscious heart knowledge and knowing. Go back to your heart. Remember that if you've watched any of my readings, there's that meditation you should do where you have a red and green spiraling around each other, a channel up the center of you with red and green spiraling around each other, these two tubes, like a candy can have that wrapped around the two colors. Let that energy be the consciousness of you merged with your heart energy to get the balance of true heartfelt consciousness. And from there, you will find your balance and your true answers that heal you and don't hurt you, no matter what's happened in the world. And then you can be grateful for what you do have and what you have had. The victim energy does make you feel bittersweet, but we can move past that. And now let's move past it. So what we had was the liminal dance, delicacy, fragility, and transience. The beautiful energy within you is all of those things. The transience is the ability to shift and change. Your energies will shift and change. But life rolls on, and these are those beautiful stones that you see in Stonehenge. Life rolls on and life continues, and these moments, which are growth moments, remember, they're actually growth moments for self-healing and loving and balancing out. Think of the world over the millennia of time and realize that this one moment doesn't alter the greater world and the greater life in our universe. And this is not a solid moment and event. It's just an experience that you can let go of and move past with conscious heart activation. And then we have the healing temple. We were talking about healing, restoration, cure, safety. Isn't that right? So your healing temple within you is waiting for you to turn to it and activate it. Your heart is your healing temple, and you can balance your whole body and all your chakras into this beautiful energy of consciousness wrapped around heart energy. And then your healing temple becomes your whole body, and you create the temple of your being, of your body, and that is your healing moment. And the energy is limitless because it's connected to the universal field of light and love. The gathering, community, kinship, and companionship. And here we have an image of a temple, and inside are all the little lights. And they're connecting up to a major star up there. And all these are all the spiritual beings that support you. And the souls of all the people that you've known, and all the people from your past lives and your future lives, and all the greater community that you have a beautiful, warm, and rich emotional connection to. And once you have that connection, it does not go. It carries with you through lives, in and out of lives. It's something that is solid and real with you. It is love. The full moon temple, celebration, peak, transcendent moment. And what will come from that is the reflection of what is above you, your higher self, and your loving support team in spirit, connecting with you down here. As above, so below. As within, so flowing out. And you are a field of light energy, a spherical field of light energy that connects to the unbelievable amount of fields of light energy, which are all beings and all atoms and all connective moments of energy, which are the connective tissues of the universe. And here we have the moon inside the temple and the moon outside. Here is your body temple, and here is your heart consciousness in unity, forming the reflection of the beautiful, gorgeous light of the God energy, or some that would say the source energy, reflected within as without. That's very beautiful. The secret, the unknown mysteries, wonders. And now you're ready for this enlightenment. Now you're ready to learn and expand and grow and see the beautiful colors of the world, the beautiful nature of the world. 2 more cards. Open like the lotus, flowering spirit, revelation and maturity. And now you're really blossoming and expanding, and epiphanies are coming to you because you're actually glowing and growing like the lotus who starts in the mud, the murky mud, reaches up above the water and then blossoms and flowers. And that is what we're talking about. This experience is the murky mud. Reach up and learn and grow from it, and turn that experience into the epiphany of an understanding and knowledge. The crystal path, mineral spirits, crystal beings. The crystal path, this is the journey you're on, and you are a crystalline being. Now, crystalline just means that there are geometries within your being, which you are completely filled with geometric forms. Every atom, every molecule, and your DNA all form geometry and repeat themselves over and over. And that is why you're crystalline. That's what crystalline is, the repeated structure of geometry in a form, and that is you, and you're on your path, and you're heading toward a deeper completion and unity with your own essence of balance and geometry. Now, it's like you're finding the absolute like reflection of love and perfection, and that's the path you're on. Right, I hope that makes sense. That's your beautiful reading, Libra. Thank you for watching. I wish you well, and thank you so much for liking the video and any comments that have been made. Some of our people have made beautiful comments, and I'm so happy to hear how the readings help them. If you would like to subscribe, that is a wonderful idea, and click the bell, then you'll know when our next reading comes. And I bless you, they said. The guide said, bless you on your beautiful journey of growth. You take this event and turn it into a powerful moment of growth, an intrinsic growth. Thank you so much. It's been beautiful reading for you. Bye-bye.